Hey, it's me, Hector Plemmer. It's been a little while since I've done an Ableton walkthrough video, so I did a poll over on Instagram to see which track people wanted me to do, and they chose this one, which is Into Harmony, featuring Julia Biel. So we'll just get straight into it. This is the first sound that I started with. And yeah, it's funny looking back on this one. I just discovered this producer called Lullatone over in Japan, who's made all these amazing sample packs, and I was clearly inspired by them because I've used 3 of them in this track. You can get them over on Bandcamp. I think they might even be free. This is one of the ones I used. Yeah, name your price, so you can name your price and use them. And this is the first one I used. It's a beautiful piano kind of sound. Definitely started most of the tracks on Infinity Mirrors with piano for some reason. I just love the piano sound. And even though I play the drums, I kind of struggle. I always just build up the drums too much, and then I struggle to play anything around them. So I like having a bit of space, and I find piano is good for that. I think the next thing that I added was these chords, which is another Lullatone one. It's an ocarina. Just nice long chords, super soft. And then finally this one called Melodicatines, which is another Lullatone sample pack. I hope I'm okay using all of these. They just sound so good together. So that's the little melody line that comes in. And then I think the next thing I added was bass guitar, which I kind of just struggled along with. It's kind of copying just what the piano does. And then with the drums, I used another free sample sort of thing, but this time it was Labs. So I used the Labs percussion free plugin. Is it making a sound? It's got some really weird sounds. But a little trick I like to do is things like this, they can just be, you just get the one sample, but I like to play around with the tuning, so I tuned this one up a bit higher, so this is the cowbells, I think. So I tuned them up slightly, so they sound a little bit different. It's not crazy, but so I had this going along with the little sort of clave pattern with the cowbell, and then some 16th notes hi-hats. Again with the Labs percussion tuned up a little bit. That's just playing around with the velocity and 2 different kinds of hi-hats, sounds like. And then I added some claps. So we got, it's just a bunch of different samples from different sample packs. So there's 2 claps going on there. So that's more like a woody kind of snare sound. That's like a proper clap sort of sound. And then the final one is sort of like a big reverby thing. Probably too much reverb, but anyway. So they're all kind of layered up. I've got a glue compressor on there, just squishing them together a little bit. And then kick drums. He's frozen. So I have an addictive drum doing like a roomy kind of kick sound. And then I've probably put a thuddier, like a bit of a harder kick underneath. So you get the sort of air of the room from the acoustic drum and then the electronic kind of low end. The bare bones, and then I kind of structured it. So what I usually do is I'll just record a 16 bar loop. So we'll have started with this piano without the drums, and then kept that looping and build on it, add the chords, keep that looping and double it, duplicate it over, and then duplicate it over again, add the melodica tie-ins and the bass, get some drums in. Then I have this little sort of dropout section. Which I probably adjusted once Julia's lyrics came in. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember. Just a little breakdown. And then I recorded this kind of solo, which has got all sorts on it. Which is just a wavetable, and I've put an LFO on the fold of the wave, so you can see it sort of moving around there. And I think I had this section sort of looping for some reason. I was editing something maybe, and I liked how the synth looped like that, so I just continued it on for another 8 bars or whatever. So it kind of continues on. Cool. So yeah, I would have basically had something like that and then sent it to Julia, and she said, yes, amazing, I'll record something. And what I didn't expect was that she would send some piano back as well. So she actually sent this beautiful piano recording. Let me see. So when you add that to it goes so nicely together. And then she also sent this sort of vocal pad, which was really quiet in the mix when she first sent it. And I just thought it sounded so nice, so I just I boosted it quite a bit. I think I put some tape delay on there. And then we have her lead vocal, a few different layers.
Easy.
So it kept quite dry.
It could be so easy. If you wanted, you would. It's not complicated to do. Easy.
And then she also
Maybe
put her vocals through this crazy effects pedal, which is sort of adding different pitches on top of her vocals. So you get this kind of effect.
if you wanted, you would. It's not complicated to do. Easy.
It just sounds so different and kind of strange, but I really, really loved it. And when we played live, she brought the pedal as well, so she was sort of switching between microphones with this kind of harmony sound and her normal voice.
Dance with your destiny. Dance with your destiny.
Yeah, that's basically it. Again, it's not made up of loads of different parts, but they all come together quite nicely. I guess big thank you to Lullatone for creating those sample packs. I've just noticed there's a few that I haven't got, a few new ones. And also Spitfire Labs. If you don't have them, you should get on it because there's loads of free stuff. And also, obviously, thank you to Julia for adding such amazing, beautiful vocals and just making this track complete. And I think it all just comes together so beautifully. Again, as usual, if you have any questions, just chuck them in the comments, and I hope this is helpful. And I'll be back again soon, probably with another one. So take care. Thank you.